Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and this is Catnip Dreaming. Good morning. So I didn't make my bed this morning and that's because Tim's still sleeping in it and I don't think he would have liked that if I did that. So that's the only reason it's not made. So sometimes he'll make it if he works a little bit later. If not, that'll be the first thing I do when I get home because it's been so nice just having that when I come home. It's just something, it's just nice and organized and I like going to bed when my bed's made, so it's just really nice. So I'll continue to do that. I did let you guys know yesterday in the vlog that that we'll be going to my parents' house later today to do like a game night and have some good food. So I'll definitely bring you guys along. And I think my brother's gonna bring his puppy Odin, so pretty excited to show him to you guys. But I'm gonna go to work and then I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, I'm back from work. Just went home, or I'm home right now, and quickly showered, didn't have time to dry my hair, but I'm going to my parents' house now, so I have to pick up some painting supplies for my brother. I grabbed some more cannolis to bring over there because they're delicious and I wanna share them with the family. I'm gonna show you guys some beers that were given to me, so when I get back, we'll try at least one of them, probably not all of them. I don't know how late I'm gonna be here. But yeah, I'll see you guys at my parents' house. I'll try to film a little bit. I don't know how much I will, but a little bit. All right, we've got these amazing barbecue muffins that my parents have been making since we were kids. So it's cornbread muffin stuffed with barbecue beef and topped with cheddar cheese. These are one of my absolute favorite comfort foods. I'm so excited to eat it. And then I'll show you guys, but we have some tachos, so tater tot nachos. All right guys, so here's the completed plate. We've got our tachos with some queso, some green chilies, and olives with the tater tots. The barbecue muffin that I showed you guys before, some of that pineapple with the tangine seasoning, and then my brother made some Cajun corn. It looks amazing. We're gonna go play some games and just hang out. Kit Kat tasting. My mom and dad really love going to Japan. They're going for the second time, so excited to try these.
I don't even know what this is.
What is happening? Alright guys, I'm back home from my parents' house. I had a lot of fun. We kind of had like a game night. I showed you a little bit of a picture of that detective game, which is really, really fun. So if you get these, I think you get 6 cards per hand, and there's one person that's like the informant, and they have to, for how many people there are in the game, there's one less notebook. So the informant picks a word that is associated with the 2 cards, and I showed you guys what the cards looked like. They were like really surreal looking, and there could be multiple meanings to them. So they pick a word, let's say that they pick the word hat, because there's a hat in both cards, and you go around the table, and one of the people doesn't have the actual word in their notebook, so you have to go around and guess who the person is that didn't have the actual word, and had to basically look at the person that was giving the cards and try to determine what everybody else was thinking. I'm making it sound a lot more complicated than it is, but I tied for first place, and I'm very competitive, so I'm very happy about that. It's a fun game though. It was good to play games with my family. We're really a competitive family and we all really enjoy games. I'm more of like a trivia fan myself and like party games. And my family's really into like strategy and kind of games, and I don't even know. There's probably more technical terms to it, but I like something a little bit more fun and easy. And I showed you guys kind of a picture of all the different Kit Kats. So my parents really went to Tokyo, and one of the things they really liked about Tokyo and Japan in general was all the different varieties of Kit Kats. So my mom does like a monthly subscription box where she gets different Kit Kats from Japan. So that was kind of a taste test. I didn't show the taste test because I just really wanted to enjoy time with my family and not have them feel the pressure of like having the camera in their faces. But my favorite was, there was a passion fruit one, the salted lychee, and then there was like a dark chocolate one that wasn't as sweet. Those were my absolute favorites. The sake one was interesting. There was like a cherry blossom sake one. I didn't like it. It was a little too floral and medicinal tasting for me, but that's just my preference. But that was a lot of fun, and I showed you guys kind of that comfort food meal. It's something that I've been having since I was a kid, and it's a dish that I've had since I was a kid. It's very nostalgic for me. I really don't think I've had it for like 10 years, so it definitely like brought back a lot of memories. So one of my favorite things that my parents make, it was definitely a comfort food night. I did bring a bunch of cannolis with me because my mom, being my biggest fan, watched my video from yesterday and wanted to try the raspberry cream cannoli. So I did bring that, and I brought home a lemon one that I haven't tried any of it yet. I didn't really have any because I'm pretty full from those muffins. They're pretty filling. So yeah, I brought one of the lemon cannolis home for myself and for Tim to split because we still have cannolis left over from last night. Because it's just a cannoli weekend, cannoli holidays, and we have lots of cannolis. But I wanted to show you these really beautiful flowers that my Aunt Sarah got for Tim and I because of vegan passing. They're really beautiful, and she dropped them off at my parents' house, so I'll show you guys. Yeah, so they are so incredibly beautiful. I love how bright and colorful they are. Definitely really brightens our day. I don't know what this flower is right here, but I think it's so beautiful and really kind of different and cool. And then she put a bunch of this greenery in here. Just absolutely beautiful and very much appreciated. Purple is my favorite color, so I love to see that in there. So a really, really beautiful gesture, and it's very much appreciated by Tim and I. Yeah, so here's the leftover lemon cannoli. It's got pistachios. My dad left 2 more of just the Grands biscuits that he used for the barbecue beef muffins, so we have something for maybe breakfast. And then these are just 2 of the barbecue muffins because Tim wasn't able to make it, so these are for him for his lunch tomorrow. All right, and to kind of close out the night, I told you before, I think before I left my parents' house, that I was given a couple beers to try. So I got 3 different beers. I think they're all within like the sour kind of profile, which, let's be honest, that's my favorite type of beer. But I have 3. I'm only gonna try one of them tonight just because I am pretty full from dinner. So, and I don't wanna, you know, try them and just be too full to really enjoy it. So I'll show you the 3 varieties and then I'll just pick one to choose. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, so we've got a lemonade cookie sour IPA. That sounds very interesting. I think it's probably gonna have some like nice acid, some sweetness, and some hops, so that sounds pretty good. This is called Bath Bomb, and I think I read the side of the can, and I want to say, yeah, it's from Fifth Frame, and it's a heavily fruited sour with boysenberry, prickly pear, and pineapple. All right, so far that's the winner, and the can is pretty cool, so I might have to try that one. And then a smoothie sour with blackberry and tangerine. So since it's got the smoothie kind of feel to it, I'm gonna assume there's some type of like milk sugar or like lactose. I don't know if that's the right terminology in this. So these, I believe, are all local breweries. I think Fifth Frame is local. I've never had any beer from them, so I was most intrigued by the description anyway, so I think I'm gonna try that one. And then I'll save the 2K2 for another time, and maybe I'll kind of compare and contrast because they're from the same brewery. So let's go ahead and try the Bath Bomb. All right, I can tell right off the bat that I'm gonna like this. It's super thick and looks very fruited and delicious. So excited to try this. I feel really weird just drinking beer by myself in the kitchen, but here we are. Tim's asleep because he has to work late, or work early. He got home from work late and then had to work early. The weekends kind of suck sometimes for him, but let's try it. Holy crap. Oh my God, that's super fruity. Well, it said it was a heavily fruited sour. Oh, I can't describe the texture at first. Hold on. So it's really weird when you initially like first take a sip. It tastes like, you ever had like fruit from concentrate? Like you ever get like the cans of like orange juice from like the freezer section and you had to mix it with water? Like that's like concentrated juice. Thanks, Caitlin, for the lesson. But it kind of tastes like the thickness of that and like the really intense fruit flavor. I don't know if that's so I think it was what, prickly pear? Let's see, boysenberry, prickly pear, and pineapple. I don't really know what a prickly pear tastes like, so maybe that's what I'm tasting. But I definitely get the boysenberry and then the pineapple at the end. So the pineapple is my favorite part of this beer because it's very acidic and helps cut that really thick initial sweetness because it really does coat your tongue. But I really like this. It's definitely, if you're not like, hold on. If you're kind of more into cocktails and something a little bit boozier tasting, it definitely like has some of the qualities of a cocktail. So I really like it. I don't know if I could drink the whole thing because it is really rich, and also I'm like pretty full, so I might just have some periodically through the night as I'm editing and relaxing. But yeah, I'm really excited to try a beer from Fifth Frame. I'm glad it was a sour, my favorite style, and can we just talk about how cool this can is? All right guys, thank you so much for watching. I definitely had a really fun day. Work wasn't too crazy, wasn't too bad of a day. It was really fun to see my family. Oh my God, that was close up. It was really fun to see my family and just have like a nice game night and kind of just have a normal Saturday night. I am gonna do the sweet potato glass noodle like kind of meal prep that I showed you guys a few times this week. I'm gonna actually make the big batch of that either tomorrow or Monday. I haven't decided which one, just depends on how the day goes tomorrow because I want to maybe get some stuff done around the house. But I did have a request from my sister-in-law, Heidi. She requested that, so I will have that recipe for you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.